So as shown in the circuit now, so this is VG voltage, this is going to measure IG current, and this is VAK voltage. These two devices will measure VAK voltage, that is going to appear actually, and this is IA current that is going to flow through this SCR. So these two are very, very important for tabulation, as you can see there. And this IG current you can take it later also. You can just make a note of VG voltage also. So for this we will start the experiment by giving minimum VG voltage. Indirectly I am giving some gate current. Okay. So first and foremost I will keep this to around 1.1 by using a fine knob. Try to avoid a coarse knob because it will increase in terms of 1 and 2. I want only 1 or 1.1. Okay. So what I will be doing is I am keeping this to 1.1. Okay. So VG I just kept it at 1.1 volts. So gate voltage is 1.1 volt. Then you can see here there is a gate current that is around 0.4. So you can just take for this set of reading. So whenever I keep IG1 for 0.4, you can take the combination of readings. One is VAK and one more is IA. So we will start the experiment by increasing the VAK voltage. Is it okay? You can concentrate on these two. So you can just see now. So I will just increase the VAK voltage. Okay, for 0 it was 0. For 0 VAK voltage, IA was 0. Okay, first reading you can just take. Then I will increase this voltage to 1.3, for which you are getting IA current still it is 0. For 1.3 VAK voltage, IA current is 0. Then further I will increase it to 1.7, for that also you are getting 0 amperes of current. So till how much reading you have to take means this VAK voltage whatever I am increasing now, the same thing is available here, but it should drop to 0.7, then you will get a smooth curve, right? So till that point you have to do this voltage variation. So I have increased VAK to 1.7, further I will increase to 2.36, 2.3 or 2.36, for which still the current IA is 0. Is it okay? Then further I will increase it to 3.7. Still the IA current is very, very negligible, 0. Then further I will increase it to 5 volts. You can concentrate on these two, they are very, very important. Once it becomes 0.7, it indirectly says that SCR is on. Okay. So VAK is 5.17, still the IA current is 0. Then further if I increase it to 7.3, still the IA current is 0. Further if I increase it to 9.6, still till 9.6 again the IA current is 0. Further I will increase it to 12.08, still the IA current is 0. Then you can just see at 15.3, although if I give 15.3 till that point it was actually 0 amperes, but you can just see at 15.3 voltage the digital voltmeter it is showing 0.7. Means although if I give VAK as 15.3, you are able to see only a constant output voltage, that is 0.7 across this anode to cathode. So what I will tell is you can just take 15.3 and the rapid increase in current, that is 11.7, 15.3 and 11.7. Then further if I increase this to 16.6, voltage is constant but there is a rapid increase in current. So this is what we require. So it indirectly says that SCR is turned on. Further if I increase to 17.7, you can just make a note of it. There is a rapid increase in current, that is 13.6, but the voltage whatever I am getting is still constant 0.7. Is it okay? Further if I increase this to 20 volts, 25 volts, whatever you want, you just increase it, but your voltage will be constant, but the current whatever it is going to appear will be rapid increase, that is 15.8 now. For 22.4 you can just see 17.1, for 24.3 18.8 amperes of current, for 25.9 you can see 20 amperes of current. So this is how you are supposed to measure this particular IA and VAK. So what you have seen here is for IG1 combination, where IG1 is actually 0.3, okay, for IG1 0.3 amperes, fine. So you can see there is a VAK and IA variations, okay. So all these things are in milliamperes. Please excuse. So this current is in milliamperes. So you can just see the reading 0 to 200 milliamperes. So 0 to 200 milliamperes. So whatever the current you are getting is in milliamperes. So if I give Ig1 is 0.3 milliamperes, so you are able to see around 19 or 20 milliamperes of current. Okay. So this is what you are supposed to do in this experiment. So we will take one more reading for different combination. Okay. So for one more set of reading, what you require is I will just make everything 0. Okay. Now we will go for second set of readings. Okay. So in the initial tabulations you have seen for VG voltage 1.1 volts, that is Ig1 was 1.3 milliamperes, right? I am repeating, for first case VG was 1.1 volts, for which Ig1 was 0.3 milliamperes. For that you got a set of reading. Now we will increase VG voltage to further extent, okay, so that I am increasing Ig value now, okay. So instead of 1.1 I will use 1.2 volts, okay. So for 1.2 volts, okay, for 1.2 volts of VG, we will see, we are able to see there is 0.5 or 0.4, okay, I will just increase, okay. So there is a 0.5 milliamperes of Ig current. So for this second set of readings we will take, or we will tabulate what is VAK and what is IA, okay. I am repeating, second set of readings, I am keeping VG as 1.2 volts and Ig2 is 0.5 milliamperes. For this set of readings, we will tabulate what is this VAK and what is this IA, okay. First and foremost, you use, you start giving VAK voltage. So you can see here, so for 1 volts it is 0, that is for 1 volts VAK, IA is 0, then for 1.9 still it is 0, for 2.6, okay, you got till 2.6, that is you got readings till 2.6 as 0 amperes, but you can see for 2.6 and above you are able to see a constant output voltage 0.6 or 0.7, and there is a rapid increase in IA current. So there is a rapid increase in IA current, so you can just take down the readings. For 2.6 the voltage whatever it is appearing is 0.7, means SCR is on now, but there is a rapid increase in IA current, so you can just make a note of it. For 2.6 it is 1.6 amperes of current. Next, further if I increase VAK voltage to 4.1, current increases rapidly, but you can see VAK voltage is constant. So for 4.1 there is 2.7 amperes of current. Take some more readings. Further if I increase to any level, current increases rapidly, but this is constant. For 7.7 you are getting 5.6, for 9.3 you are getting 6.9, for 11.4 you are getting 8.6, for 15 volts you are getting 11.5, this remains constant around 0.7, okay. Then for 16.2 you are getting 12.5, for 18.4 you are getting 14.3, for 21.4 you are getting 16.6, okay. So if I increase to 25 volts it is around 19.6. So what you can see here is, for different combination of Ig2, initially for first case Ig1 was 0.3, but the triggering voltage VAK was around some other point, okay. So here also you can see, as I increase this Ig voltage or VG voltage, Ig current will increase. So for that case the triggering of SCR will happen very quickly. So you saw that around 2.6 volts the triggering has happened, okay. So this is all about how to find out this VAK and IA characteristic curve. But second task is there, how to find out latching current and holding current. Okay, now we will see how to find out latching and holding current. There are two ways of finding latching current. Latching current you can just use the tabular column itself. So in that you can just see in the first tabular column readings for VAK around 15.3 you got a latching current 11.6 milliamperes. But in the second tabular column you can see for 2.66 VAK you got 1.6 milliamperes of current. That 1.6 milliamperes of current is called as latching current. But how to find out latching current and holding current? What is that latching current? So latching current is nothing but whenever the SCR turns on or it enters from conduction mode to blocking mode, or whenever further if I increase the voltage VAK, it is showing some 0.7 constant voltage, right? At that time, what is the starting current, IA current, that is minimum current that is shown, is called as latching current. Okay, so first and foremost we will see how to find out latching current once again. So for that what I will be doing is I am keeping some constant voltage around okay, let me say some around 16 volts. Okay, so what I will be doing is I am keeping it around 16 volts. Okay, VAK you just keep it around 16 volts. Okay, then you start increasing this gate current. Indirectly what I should do, I should give VG voltage. So I am giving it around 0.1 because you can just see still the SCR is off, right? For 16.2 volts still the IA current is 0. So once if I give 1.1, 1.2, now SCR has triggered. So for 1.1 to 1.2 SCR has immediately triggered. How can you come to know that SCR is triggered? Because voltage is dropped to 0.7. So at this case you can just see initial current reading is 12.2. Is it okay? 12.2. So this current is called as latching current. So make a note of it. IL is 12.2. So how to do this? I am repeating. Keep this VAK to 16 volts. Start increasing this VG, indirectly I am increasing IG current. So at some point SCR will trigger the first current, whatever you are going to see whenever the voltage drops from 16 to 0.7 is called as latching current. In our case, the voltage has dropped from 16 to 0.7 whenever I increase this VG to 1.1. So for that you got the first current as 12.2. This is called as latching current. Now what is our duty? Our duty is to start in a reverse way. How to get holding current? You just start decreasing this VAK now. Without touching IG now, I start decreasing this VAK now. So at some point this 0.7 will start increasing, means blocking mode to conduction mode SCR will enter. So at that time you just see what is the minimum current that is possible. So 0.7 to some voltage whenever it appears SCR will be off. At that time whatever the minimum current that is possible is called as holding current. So we will start decreasing this VAK now. So I will just start decreasing. You just keep concentration on this 0.7. It should rise to some value. At that time you just make a parallelly note of these two things. Still it is 0.7 but 10.4. I am decreasing this. Okay, still it is 0.7, 9.3. Make a note of this, very important. So still the current is decreasing to 8.6, 0.7, 7.6, 0.7, 6.3. Okay, now be careful. So 0.6, 1.3. Okay, so you just be careful. Now you can just see the current has immediately changed to 0.9. Okay, so the current has immediately changed to 0.9. So that is a holding current. So you just make a note of it. Like that you can repeat for other combinations also. So this is all about the procedure associated with how to find out a latching current and holding current. So there are mainly two tasks here. So first task is first relationship, that is whenever I say Ig1 is less than Ig2. For example, in my case Ig1 was 0.3 milliamperes, Ig2 was 0.5 milliamperes. So 0.3 milliamperes is less than 0.5 milliamperes, Ig1 is less than Ig2. For this case you observed that VAK1 is greater than VAK2. So what is that VAK1? So VAK1 you got around 15.3, right? So 15.3 voltage is greater than 2.66 in the second case. So this is first and foremost improvement what you have to show. Second case is always latching current is greater than holding current. In my case I just told you how to find out latching and holding. So you got a latching current around 12.2, right? So how about holding current? You got around 0.6 to 0.8 milliamperes. So this is also proved. So this is what you are supposed to prove in this SCR characteristic experiment. Okay. So that is all about the experiment. Thank you.